Simply buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with your card. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
They say wilderness is what you find at the end of the road. And if you went beyond what most people call wilderness, you'd find Alaska, an expanse so vast, one could never know it all. But that may be just as well, because if there is the promise of more beauty over the next horizon, most Alaskans would say, what could possibly be more spectacular than what I'm looking at right now? This is a journey over land and by air to find the sheer spectacle of Alaska, to uncover the people and places, horizons and habitats that define America's 49th state, Alaska. Forests give way to Alaska's rising interior sits Denali National Park. And where the land reaches up through the clouds sits Alaska's crowning glory, Mount McKinley, 20,320 feet, North America's tallest peak, a good mile higher than any other contenders in the lower 48. The Athabascan Indians call it Denali, the Great One. The first expedition to the top of McKinley was in 1910, but the climbers made a tactical error and found that they had ascended the wrong peak. 3 years later, Episcopalian minister Hudson Stuck made his way to the true summit of McKinley and found the best view of heaven mortal man could ever behold.
That cry out to us. Their souls are to you. The man who took Columbus from us. The man who has brought us such pain and sorrow. We will honor him. We will praise him. We will not rest until his blood flows into this very ground. We will have our revenge.
Excuse me. Yeah. But the finish is included in the cost of the water.
That's okay. I'd rather do it myself. I'm a little obsessed.
Denali is a preserve in the truest sense. Unlike many national parks in America, its ecosystem is fully intact. Animals wander through undisturbed habitat with the kind of complete freedom Alaska stands for. Like much of Alaska, the first rush to Denali was for gold in the early 1900s. But one early visitor, Charles Sheldon, saw the abundance of wildlife of such extraordinary value, he fought to get the area protected as a national park. President Woodrow Wilson made it official with his signature in 1917. In the shadow of Mount McKinley, moose, caribou, bear, and sheep all forage in the tranquility of the long summer days. But as idyllic as Denali seems, one can never forget that this is wild country, that the laws of nature are fully in force.
Yes.
Why didn't she tell me, for God's sake?
Probably didn't want you running the full security check of everything he's done since kindergarten.
The most basic of instincts is survival.
She's okay, right?
Or in the case of two grizzlies, who is king of this mountain?
Honey, tell me it's none of my business, but are you okay?
See the boats are all going through. Brady's looking at it. I mentioned Brady, but I know the heartache that they've been going through, the struggles that they've been going through this year. I thought they were going to
Right.
I think JD said last night we were talking.
Did you find the message of 12
This year.
within 72 hours?
Yeah.
Promise me.
Ranger
Promise.
College.
I'm gonna give her her space.
Hey Spokane, in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, balance can be hard to come by, and it looks different for everyone. From managing your budget, saving for your bucket list, or finally tackling that home improvement project, ICCU has tools and expertise to help you every step of the way. See what we can do for you at ICCU.com or visit an Eastern Washington branch near you today. Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance. Insured by NCUA.
Painted in as many moods as the sun, stars, and seasons allow.
Racers that came from the RC world. Had a lot of success there, enjoyed that, and they're enjoying this as well. So really blessed to have them be a part of this. We've had so many others come in and become a part of this family. We watched the Sheldons, and Doug was a racer, Dad was a racer. He's also been a referee for many, many years. And now the kids are getting a chance to do that with Vanessa out here right
Can I
now.
help you?
Her sister was at ENIAC running.
Is Kim here?
See the big
You
pickup
are
that's
her father.
hit some water.
Mr. Gross.
A
What a
nice
pleasure. I'm
job by
Jamie.
that young lady.
Come in.
But neat to see the girls and
Can I get you anything? A drink?
She's my daughter.
times,
A
different
marathon, run through urban streets and around high-rise buildings.
Well, I know how important
There
it
is
is.
only one city in Alaska that could
you
contain
don't know
such a
license.
race.
You ever tried to parallel park an
Anchorage.
Escalade?
Told you to take the test.
Dad,
to throw around and give a bad time, but
thank you.
Anchorage is Alaska's largest city.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Mills.
It can claim itself to be fashionable, when the rest of Alaska's towns are merely functional.
congratulations to all of them as they
The quick retort is that the real Alaska starts about 10 miles outside Anchorage.
interested.
Despite the polite sparring, about half of all Alaskans live here.
Shopping right
Plan this when you make plans to keep the
No, Dad, you plan.
come and see me if you want to be a
Aren't
part
you
of it.
Mom and I were talking. Why didn't you tell me you were
Because I knew you'd overreact, and I just want to be normal even if I'm just pretending.
Anchorage, during the
Dad.
summer solstice, is a perfect place to stage a race. But the real excitement comes to Anchorage in the very last days of winter.
Get your contact information to see
installed in the front of the
this.
car.
We actually got a couple more volunteers yesterday that were
Goes on with people.
with us here. They're
Dad, I don't even know how to start feeling normal again and get this stuff done.
The Iditarod, the world's longest dog sled race. Over 1,000 miles from Anchorage to Nome. Run over an old Merriam, the original race in 1925 was not a competition. It was a race to save lives. Mushers were carrying serum to inoculate children in Nome against a diphtheria epidemic. That heroic relay spawned an annual event held every March,
Perfect.
which
Why
Alaskans
couldn't you do
will
that in the
always
test?
call the last great race.
Listen, first thing I'm
10, 9, 8,
you gotta trust me.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And don't go running after you go home to your family.
On his way to Nome this morning, our first musher out of the chute.
To tell you, we have on-site horsepower at the start-finish line that's out of place. I'm not sure if they're out of place or it's gone flat, whatever they're going to take care of. So we'll be a couple of minutes here. I'm gonna put the mic down. Maybe I'll hand it to George. George, it's a rare we can't do that. I gotta get a drink, make sure my throat doesn't go away here real quick, and we'll be right back.
Monsieur Pitrel, j'ai un recommandé pour vous.
Vous montez ça, Sébastien, s'il vous plaît.
Oui, monsieur.
Venez.
Sébastien?
One of the great lessons Alaska teaches is how big creation is and how small we are. Kenai Peninsula offers some of the best combinations of exhilaration and humility. Some people come to Alaska to find themselves, some
Where
to
is he?
lose themselves in its splendor.
Want to be with me? But I'm a good player. I guess the rules are changing.
The Alaskan Railroad, a stretch of tracks that runs from Fairbanks in the interior, south by Denali National Park, down through Anchorage, and out to Seward on the Kenai Peninsula. One could say that's from one end of the road to the other, or in the case of Alaska, from one wilderness to the next.
When Stu and I just thought it'd be nice for Kim and I to be away together, away from all the tension. He canceled everything, all the reservations. I just can't believe he did this to us. Just tired. Just the fighting, the lawyers. It's turned into such a bastard.
Kenai Fjords National Park, an intensely vertical coastline skirting the east side of the Kenai Peninsula,
It's my turn to have
perpetually
Kim
cloaked in
so
snow and ice.
Look. Why didn't
Captain
you kid
James
come
Cook
with me?
mapped this coast in 1778,
Can't impose
but
on
could
you. You
never
weren't
find
here.
a place to
Posting it for
safely
you for
land.
3 days. Then you can
Scientists
come
have
over
found
and-
little evidence that anyone
fine.
ever lived here.
So sweet. I don't know. I can't think right
Sure,
now.
I understand. No pressure. I leave in the morning. I work 3 days. Call me. If you're coming, I'll hang around. If not, I'll come back.
Pleasing to the eye, essentially untouchable, Alaska at its wildest. Today, most explore Kenai fjords just the way that Cook did over 2 centuries ago, by sea.
She is definitely coming.
I don't know. Come on, now.
Should have insisted.
Now, come on, guys. Cut me some slack. She's going through a hard time. I didn't want to make it hard. Confiding.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were still so cozy that she shares her marriage issues with you.
Well, wait a minute. I mean, I know you guys were close, obviously. Are you close again? Close, like, you know?
Blame money, she's still got something for him.
Don't go there.
Oh, maybe he still has something for her.
Well, that's... Can we talk about basketball? For God's sake, come on.
Brooks Falls in Alaska's Katmai Peninsula.
Take off.
One of Alaska's classic haunts of brown bears drawn to the river when it becomes engorged with salmon.
Istanbul.
Brown bears, or grizzlies,
You gotta hear about
can weigh
this.
up to 1,000
Go from idea to
pounds
illustration
and reach a
faster
height
with
of
generative
9 feet.
AI in Adobe
Their
Illustrator.
size all
Generate
comes down
custom
to the
graphics,
availability of
create
food.
seamless patterns,
these
and
feeding
instantly
grounds
fill
starting
shapes
in
with
high
detail and
summers
color.
are
Try
as
Illustrator
it gets.
today. You won't be sorry.
Like any good fisherman, technique is everything. And some grizzlies are more skilled than others.
Thank you,
But
Mr.
for
Lewis.
even those a
You
little
made my stay
slower
here
on the
very
draw,
safe.
patience rewards everyone in the end.
Thank you. Have a safe trip home.
You also.
Watch the 12 and see how that runs today. Kelly Burnett ran that yesterday, and I thought she did a very good job.
Hey, it's me. No message from you, so I guess you probably found someplace to go. I hope things will go easier. If you ever need to talk or anything, I mean, I'll probably ship out tomorrow. No news from Kim. I guess he's busy with the boyfriend.
Dad.
God, babe. I was just leaving you a message. When I didn't hear it was...
I wanted to surprise you.
Well, you succeeded. You guys could have been surprised. I could have been out of here and headed home.
Mom's been calling Sam.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, she's been talking to you. Exactly. You're not the only one who's got moves, you know?
Apparently not. Welcome to Istanbul.
Watch those two boats run against each other many years. Steve
Not too shabby, huh?
in the 560 when he owned that,
Oh my God.
Mike White
Mom.
ran the 99.
Mom, look at this.
And that was tooth and nail every time they went
Crazy,
out.
right? It's beautiful.
Always.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. So listen, I'll let you get settled and I'll come and collect you. What, half an hour?
And
Okay.
I've said it many times.
Later.
Whoever had the right prop choice, maybe had the right
About the time most of America was first learning to drive,
side lane.
Alaskans were learning to fly. A land of few roads and vast distances, this is a place where people built their highways in the sky. And on a clear day in Alaska, the routes are all the same, somewhere just south of heaven.
It's
Alaska is known for its bush pilots who seem to achieve the impossible. They can take off from a pinch of land and bring their planes safely down on mountain ridges, snow, frozen tundra, and water. For bush pilots, their runways are all designed by nature, and the wings of their planes are connected directly to the seat of their pants.
Interesting. These boats can do a lot of different things that the Elhards can, as you see Kayla Huff circling a boat, coming back around. They are allowed to cross the infield differently than the Elhards do. They can actually do doubles in the infield and then go back and reverse it. Elhard has to go across the course. You can back to front, and you cannot
So,
Europe. The other side is Asia. And every conquest since for the last 2,500 years, whether it was the West going east or the East going west, they all used this very same waterway. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Just one, please.
So how do you know all this stuff?
How do I know it? I read it in a book on the flight over, and you can borrow it if you wish.
Yeah, I would.
So, this James, is it serious?
That was a really smooth transition. I don't know.
Wrangell St. Elias National Park.
Are you in love with them?
One of Alaska's newest and largest preserves. Its size alone epitomizes the sheer scale of Alaska. Somewhere just short
Not
of
the
forever.
way that Mom
The
talks about
highest
it.
peaks here
How does he
rival
describe it?
Mount McKinley.
She said when you guys met,
And the physicality of Wrangell St. Elias is not unlike the Himalayas.
that it was super special.
Super special. She said that.
I think the exact word she used
Clinging to
was
the sides of the Wrangell St.
Magical.
Elias Range are the skeletons of Alaska's great copper
Magical,
mining
huh?
past. On the heels of the gold rush, copper was king in Canada in the early 1900s. Nearly $300 million was extracted before the mine became unprofitable in 1938. School children once laughed and played on these streets. The town had its own railroad. And now the only thing heard here is the wind through old trestles and timbers.
Assalamu alaikum. Good to see you again, my friend.
Alaikum salam. Is everything prepared? At your request. Perfect.
As long as you don't rub, you don't hurt somebody, you can virtually move over it.
The Trans-Alaska Pipeline, an 800-mile marvel threading from Prudhoe Bay in the Arctic North through 3 mountain ranges, across the Yukon River, and down to the port of Valdez on the Gulf Coast. Through 4-foot-wide heated steel conduit, billions of barrels of black gold flow with as much purpose as any river in Alaska.
He's in the lobby. Wait until he's outside. Alive.
Give them to me. I'm leaving.
For each lane we're moving out. So it tells you, if you're able to go 60 miles an hour, that person in lane out from you is going to run 62 or 63.
Oil, more than anything else, has forced Alaska to examine itself and all it stands for.
Hi. I thought we were
An
having
often
lunch in the zone.
contentious brood of politics,
jet lag
money,
just hit me, so I figured
environment,
I'd catch up
and
with
land
and let you
settlements.
guys go.
It has
Yeah.
been a
See you
delicate
later.
balance from the beginning,
guess.
and always will be.
Oh, okay.
But the flow of oil never
The book I was
stops,
telling you about? It's on my
even
dresser.
under the light of the midnight sun.
Definitely.
No adventuring. I'll go call the car.
Have fun.
Lower in power, and if you don't trim them high enough, you get too much wetted surface, they tend to flat spin. And that's probably what we just experienced. I missed seeing it till he was straightened out.
The
But
daughter is staying here. So what can we
The
do?
weather in Alaska
want all three
either
of them.
descends viciously from the Arctic North or swirls off the Gulf in deluge after deluge.
Thinks we just fell
Most
off the
of the
turnip
year,
truck.
the skies are thin and foreboding.
Trying to play
But the
Cupid.
simple truth is, the weather
You
is
know,
what
when you
makes
first came
Alaska
back, it's like you weren't
Alaska.
all the time.
After a long winter of discontent,
3 weeks
there is
she's
the
gone.
spring break
Goes.
and the promise of
Stuck around.
endless summer days. And during the best of those days, there is no better
Not too close.
landscape palette to
You really
mix
proved
with
me
sky
wrong.
blue.
I thought you'd never change.
Why not?
Personality. When you commit to something, you kind of focus all your energy there, like a dog with a bone.
Nice analogy.
Naturalist John Muir found Alaska's summer weather its most remarkable
100%,
characteristic.
100%.
All
All in it
sounds
is
something
a
that was just
velvet
as
softness,
I know I
full
told
of
myself I
subdued
should
luster.
change, but I never gave it up.
I gave us up.
On the summer solstice,
Not anymore.
the twilight